Hey everybody, I'm Malachi.
This is Billy. We're back for another event today. We're doing a small 4-round event that took place after our last recorded match.
Just make sure I got muted. Alright, yeah, so this, like Billy said, this happened shortly after the first June 1st modern event.
Our judge has a really sick explanation for us actually here right now. Like, who wouldn't turn down, pay money to play in my space? Looks like we have Michael on Creativity and Austin on Amulet Titan. I'm not going to show any bias here, but Austin's pretty good.
I'm
Good
gonna,
deck
I'm gonna,
choice.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna show bias here, and I hope Titan wins. Let's see. It looks like.
Is that an Urza Saga in Mike's hand? What? It
Alright.
has to be a Fable, right? Like, I can't.
Yeah, it's a Fable. Alright, so everyone keeping 7. We are fetching for.
Turn 1 play for Creativity, I would assume it's... What do we play on turn 1 with Creativity?
Hard Evidence.
Hard Evidence. Good old Craven Inspector.
Make crab, make clue.
Oh,
Nope.
nope, that's Thoughtseize. Okay, never mind. I know what's happening now. This is Jun Creativity. Our judge should not tell us this. Goodbye, Titan. The hand still looks clean, even without the Titan. Jesus.
Yep, we have a lot of stuff we get to do still. This is the pre-MH3 Titan list.
Might not be. I think June 1st we were legal. Pre-release had already happened, right? Or am I crazy?
No, this is before MH3.
This is pre-mission.
Yep. Hence why I was playing Food in the last event, because Meltdown wasn't
okay.
printed yet.
You're like, I gotta get them in before we go.
Yep.
It's another fetch here from Michael on turn 2.
Looks like we surveilled in Titan here, which is interesting. Gonna draw a
No,
card
that
off-
was Thoughtseize. We surveilled the Grazer.
No.
Yeah, it's a Grazer underneath the Explorer.
Yeah, but the Thoughtseize got the Titan.
Yeah.
There was no.
Is there another Titan underneath the Explorer? I just didn't see.
No. The Titan's right there. And
Yeah.
then there's a Grazer. And then there's an Explorer.
Yeah.
This is a Surveilland.
Yeah, he got Thoughtseized on one, and Titan got taken.
Yeah, I was just commenting on the fact that Titan running a Surveilland seems interesting.
Oh, okay. I'm falling behind here, guys. You have to work with this.
Yeah, we got 3 lands out here.
All by turn 2 runs.
Definitely doesn't look like your traditional Titan list here. Definitely looks like...
Mirrorpool is this very interesting new piece of tech that I've been seeing recently. Kind of does the same thing Sunhome allowed you to do, but a little bit worse. But better in some cases, especially in late game. Yep, that was definitely a Fable, the Mirror Breaker we saw. Very, very powerful 3-drop. Basically format defining for every single format, except for maybe barring Vintage.
Yeah, called a banned in Standard. I don't even know. Did it end up getting banned in Standard? I think it did,
I
didn't it?
think it got banned, or it might have just rotated. It's enough for a fact,
Yes.
I think we're rotated.
I definitely know there was talks about it for a while in Standard getting banned because it was just dominating the format.
Absolute Pioneer All-Star, Modern All-Star, Legacy All-Star. Just cards good.
Looks like Austin here is setting up for a ring on his next turn.
Might be a little too late, though. We are looking for creativity here. We have a Wooded Foothills to discard this Fable, as well as the Archon of Cruelty. Looks like I picked a second Archon, not really what we're looking for here. Gonna pick back up our land. We probably just discarded for a land drop. Interesting to see. Is that a persist?
Yeah, it
looks
sure
like,
is a
pulled to the front?
persist. Yeah, this was one of my favorite versions of Creativity. It was a thing that was brewing around whenever 5-color was popular, whenever Creativity is one of the best decks in the format.
Yep.
Yeah, being able to persist out an Archon, get the ETB immediately, and then I imagine Michael's
Looks like we
probably...
just picked up a Bitter Triumph.
Yeah,
Or Bitter Reunion.
yeah,
sorry.
Bitter Reunion is probably what... hopefully
This-
Michael's running this deck. Yeah, just
this-
being able to persist out the Archon, give it haste and attack with the Archon is really good.
Gonna be very hard, I think, for Titan to claw your way back in this. Like, best case scenario, you have land ring, land Titan, I guess, could claw you into this. But we're losing 2 cards this turn. Like, we're hasting this
Notably, we're not hasting this turn, unfortunately.
Bitter Reunion.
Yeah, it
I thought
costs
you
a
could
red
just-
mana to activate.
Oh, I thought you
So
could just sack it.
No, two
Unfortunately.
to cast, 1 red to activate.
So close.
Getting in with the Gabo. Make a treasure token. Beautiful tokens on Michael's side of the board here.
Very pretty. So
Yep.
we got a ring pollen up
Very
here.
predictable run ring happening here.
We've been seeing a lot of this card recently, Malachi. I gotta say.
Turns out it's a good card.
Ooh, Basuba.
Zuva, targeting Surveil land. Milling away another Grazer.
Probably makes sense. See what
Nah.
we got going on here. Oh, looks like another bit of reunion was to pick up here. This Fable should also be flipping. This Fable flipping is so spooky.
Definitely spells out doom for the Titan player here. Being able to attack with 2 Archons this turn might just close out this game.
The problem is I do believe Archon targets, so the ring should stop it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, but if that ring was not there, this is as close as it gets to lights out.
So it looks like we're probably setting up for a turn that the ring is no longer a thing. Ring being, again, an absurdly good card. Attacking just to get the trigger to make a treasure token.
Makes sense. Interesting to see what Austin does on his follow-up turn. Best case scenario, we see a Titan here clawing our way back in. I do believe I saw a Dryad in Austin's hand, so we could have maybe a Dryad, play a Malakut, play a land scenario to try to clear one of
Second
these.
bit of reunion here, discarding a Archon of Cruelty to draw 2 cards.
Looking for a persist here.
At this point, we're looking for a turn that he doesn't have protection to win the game.
True. Austin counting mana, that's never a good sign. Never, ever a good sign.
He's 1 mana away from the magic number that is 6.
Speaking of 6, also a very good Magic card, Titan.
Yes, I'm very excited to see 6 and not just Titan decks, but other lands matter type decks.
Plotting a Pillage to block. God, just a lot of cards we've been seeing recently. Alright. Bleeding 1 from the One Ring. We'll see what's going on going into Austin's turn.
Drawing 2 cards. I imagine we're kind of desperate here. We got a Valakut, which
I think that's pretty good, because I know there's a Dryad in the hand. This might be able to clear the Archon in play at the very least.
we gotta. I think to make our mana more efficient here, we gotta really hope that Austin has a amulet in hand or something of that nature.
Amulet can make this a very scary turn for Austin. But at the very least, we look like we're not getting smacked by an Archon.
It definitely looks like we're casting a Dryad.
Yeah, looks like we're kind of mad for a Dryad. Reading Mirror Pool. He will not like what that card does if it becomes relevant.
What does that card do if it becomes relevant?
So Mirror Pool, I do believe, taps for 4 and a colorless to copy a target creature that you control and play. You do have to sack it to do that, but good God, if you ever copy the Titan, you'll just be living the dream at this point.
Nantuko.
Ooh, Nantuko is pretty good.
Nantuko copying Titan is something absurd.
Judge, can we get the arena rope going, please?
Actually, don't have a choice.
Really, Austin really tanking here, seeing the kind of bind that he's in, staring down. Potentially 2 Archons attacking, and just cast another
Just
one
cast
ring.
another ring. That's also a
Casually
fair play.
looping into 1 rings here. Real good.
Makes quite a bit of sense if we're not too sure on this Dryad play. I'm almost certain I've seen both a Valakut and a Dryad in his hand. Looks like who drew another ring. No, it's about to.
Looks like a bog, actually.
Yeah, there's definitely a Valakut. Rule Turf is our land
Plays
for
the Girl
turn.
Turf, return the Vesuva to hand. Makes sense, makes sense.
Seems good. Would love to have a Razor here. Looks like we're just passing into infinite death upon the second this ring goes away.
Yeah, like I said, I think Michael's just looking for a moment that Austin doesn't have protection to just, like, immediately close out the game.
I'm telling y'all, Bone Crusher Giant stock's about to go way up. Go buy your copies right now.
It'll be Skullcrack as well.
Don't think. Does Skullcrack damage can prevent?
You can target yourself.
Interesting. Okay.
Pillage the Bog.
Here we go again, boys. I see that white border Khanta Tarkir Bloodstained Mire. This man is rude. Gets an unknown card here. I was honestly didn't see too much crazy in that pile, so I'm not sure what we're looking for at this point. It honestly looks like you picked up second Pillage to Bog, which honestly not bad, not terrible in this spot.
Both players really tanking here.
Oh, we're at 6, so now I can retrace Pillage to Bog at will.
Okay.
Where's your emblem, Mike?
Taps are green and 1.
Definitely.
Green and black, probably discarding a land to recast Pillage the Bog.
I would assume as well. Upjuka Bog in Austin's hand looking pretty tasty right now. It's like a persist, land, Thoughtseize,
There's
Archon.
a creativity in there as well.
another Fable. Got so many cards.
Grabs a Beseju, interestingly.
I mean, if we're planning up for a Valakut turn, that's a very smart play.
That's true.
Attack for 2, make a treasure. We do have absolute ton of mana here. We could just cast an Archon here post main phase, or post combat. Might be what we're looking to do.
Seems bad given that Austin sells protection though.
Tokens Michael Jenkins. Oh. I see we're plugging. I appreciate this. Chris is a very solid person.
You even mentioned a minute ago how good the tokens
They are very
I thought
pretty.
it was funny. I had already put that.
I
in the
bought one
video.
of his clues for Tamio, 100%.
They're very good.
All right, let's see what Austin's got going on. This taking a bleed for 2 off the ring, a bleed for 1 off the ring. Sorry, we tapped it in the main phase. Once again, counting mana, just never good. Never want to see that happening.
You are at the number 6, which means a Titan could potentially come down, which I don't think gets Austin out of this.
Yeah, I don't think Titan on its own is enough here. We would need Amulet, maybe Titan plus Triad. Like it's just looking a little bit like we're too far behind. Though to be honest, a second ring could just get us in the
Okay,
there's
here's an amulet, which seems real good here.
This could give us quite a bit. There's a bounce land, so now we're making another 2, a green and a red.
We can make an Archon at instant speed.
Also, does that thing not say thing I control?
What?
I thought Mirror Pool says it's something I
I'm
control.
not talking about.
No, the fable of the Mirror Breaker.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Beseju targeting the bounce land. Targeting the amulet. I don't like that play. Like, the damage has already been done. Now we're just giving them Austin mana to cast Titan and Dryad in the same turn.
yeah, but the Dryad was inevitable.
Yeah.
Waiting until after the Dryad comes into play means that you get another land drop with the amulet on the battlefield.
True, but I would rather Beseju the Growl Turf and kind of mana here.
Yeah, but we know that Vesuva's in hand. There's a Girl Trophy on the battlefield, so...
I mean, yeah, but I'm just more worried about having the
I
magic
mean,
number.
honestly, just having a grip full of cards here is really good for him. Proving the
Pick up
One
the
Ring
Tornado
once
West.
again is an excellent card.
Let's see where this goes.
Now that we got that out of the way,
Let's see. I'm thinking. Sorry for the dead air. It's just kind of confusing what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. I imagine a Dryad's happening. Yeah, there's the Dryad.
No mana floating currently, but this
There's a
second
second Dryad.
This is looking pretty grim. So I would assume we are just going for Valakut plans here. Looks like we're responding to the second Dryad with a push. We do have Revolt, I believe. He sacked a treasure earlier.
Yes, Revolt is a thing right now.
So we have a second Dryad. Kind of getting punished for not making a land drop in between. This is our second land drop. We have a Valakut trigger. I would assume this would go after the Fable.
No, this is a smart play on Austin's part, being able to play around the Fatal Push by Dryad, play the land, and then if he
Oh,
has
just
the
blanks
push,
the Valakut.
yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't
okay,
blank the
that makes
Valakut.
sense.
Archon now and clears the Dryad.
Yeah, we're looking at not a great spot. I'm not sure what this Valakut's targeting. I would have assumed it would have been the Fable, but it looks like we're just making another arc. Yeah, the writing's on the wall here. Just a little too far behind. That Archon on turn 3 was kind of gross. Pretty gross.
Alright, moving around to thinking about sideboard options here. Not really sure what.
I'm not sure if
Michael's-
Necromancer's in creativity side.
Yeah, I don't know what Michael's going to be running in a sideboard.
Pick your
Yeah,
poison.
pick your
seems like
poisons
the
are
one.
big.
Titan almost certainly just almost click submit in this matchup. I would assume. To be real with you.
can you?
You just like probably some number of endurance if you're worried about the graveyard plan. It's like a mulligan here from Austin.
Lose. Just.
Oh
just
no, keep.
I'm gonna lose.
He seems very.
Seems very exaggerated over whichever it's good or bad one of the two. Looks like a
Is
mulligan.
bottoming a card. Alright. Is this going to be the classic turn 1 Urza Saga and the Amulet?
It would make my heart very happy to see. But we are very confused over something. We're very
Very aspirated over a thing.
mulling the 6.
Alright, we got a
Saga
Saga and
followed by
2.
Amulet. Come on. No, just a horrendous Bloodstain Wire.
And yeah, my favorite Titan play of all time is this specific one.
Setting up next turn to get a another amulet off the Saga. Hopefully you have a bounce land to pay it off, but that would mean 2 cards in our hand are lands on our Mold of 6.
To be fair, the versatility of being able to put the bounce into the player keep into the hand, depending on what's in your hand.
True.
Like, if you don't have a Titan immediately to play, sometimes it's just better to keep that on the battlefield. So I imagine next turn is tanking with it. We're going to be casting a Dryad to be playing another land.
This could also just be playing around Pick Your Poison in general, because if
It
you
could
pick your
be.
poison this enchantment and you put your bounce land
It's very
back in your
true.
hand, it's very bad feeling.
Very true.
It's like we're fetching a Surveil land here on Michael's side.
Surveillance really showing up a lot in decks. Like I said, creativity being one of those mid-range decks, not necessarily going for an aggro plan, not really doing anything till turn 3 at the earliest.
I don't know, like, we do have quite a few. The Jund lines, I believe, play Thoughtseize, Ren 6. They do have quite a few small plays going up into the turn 3, but I think most of the power comes in after
Very
turn
true.
4. Looks like we kept whatever it was on top. No, sorry, we milled the Persist. Going for a quick crack of this Arid Mesa. Fetching up a Stomping Ground. Austin getting ready to attack with the 0-3, personally my favorite play in Modern.
You gotta respect the Grazer, the most powerful one drop in all of
There's the Pick Your
all of
Poison.
Magic
it sounds
Gathering.
like. Yep. Pick Your Poison naming enchantment kind of sets Austin back a land. Really feeling smart.
Yeah, really feeling good about having this bounce on a play. Definitely, yep. So Dryad into another land drop.
Attack for 0.
Yep, good old attack
Judge
for
very
0.
correct here. Get out our mind blues, boss. Razor attack for 0, send a message. Seiju Dryad.
Oof.
That does not feel great. Like we're getting probably a Surveil land on Austin's side here, unless it's in their hand randomly. Yep, here comes the Surveil land. We are now only 1 mana off of Titan.
Yeah, for some reason I thought Beseiju said non-creature, but that definitely doesn't say non-creature.
One thing I got messed up by Beseiju is it says opponent controls.
Yes, you can't target your own stuff.
Definitely seen people get tripped up by that and try to Beseiju their own Ensnaring Bridge. And I'm like, brother, that's not how that works. So we're surveilling, thinking about it, counting the mana out. That looks like we were counting to 6, and that's staying on top. This cannot be good for Michael here. Let's see how this works out. Ooh, 3 mana. Maybe just
3
try.
mana, probably just follow up Dryad, for
Yep.
sure.
You gotta get in for 0 here again. Getting a Golgari
Bouncing the
Rotfarm.
Beseiju back to hand.
Rotfarm makes me wonder if there's copies of Terra Sunder in the sideboard. Because Rotfarm normally followed up by those. Or maybe just for a 5th color on E.
Yeah, saving life on Dismembers.
We got a Fable followed up by the Windswept Heat, by the Bloodstained Mire that is most cursed.
Another gorgeous Goblin Shaman token appearing on the battlefield here.
Somebody should really plug where they got those from.
Link in the description.
Link in the description. Looks like a Summer's
Alright,
Pack.
casting Summer's Packs, we're getting a Titan here.
That cannot be good. This is death.
Casting a Titan.
This is as close to death as you get.
Yeah,
I do believe we even have 2 land drops to rehaste this Titan.
Yeah, we're grabbing a Gold Turf and a Valakut.
Interesting. No amulet.
No amulet.
Depending on what you have in hand, you can definitely pick up the Garrison to haste here. We could also just have Garrison in hand. But this is, anyway, this is 6 coming out of Michael's face here. It was like 3.
Three at the Goblin Shaman, 3 at face.
Makes sense. Attack for 2. Very solid plan here.
Getting in with the Grazer.
Picks up the Mycosynth cards. Interesting. I would have thought we'd pick up a bounce land here, but maybe we're planning for a bigger turn next turn.
I think at this point we're trying to saturate the battlefield with mana to make all of our draws good. Playing a land, triggering the Valakut, shooting Michael for 3, doing it again, shooting for 3.
And now we are just vibing. Any threat is lethal. Michael staring down.
A bounce land in hand equals the end of this game if Michael doesn't have a way to get rid of this Dryad.
Currently staring down 2 lethal threats in the form of this Dryad and this Titan. Even a creativity here wouldn't be particularly great. I guess we could have land creativity for 2. I believe that's how that's worded. Or is creativity XX?
No, it's red, 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 X.
I think I dig
So,
Uh,
4 mana is 1 target, 5 mana is 2 targets.
Yeah, I do believe creativity for 2 is what we would need to get us out of the situation. I mean, actually, no, not even then. The Grazer is there to soak one up.
yeah, you set Grazer and Titan here. If he has the second Boseiju, then he had the thing.
Yeah, it doesn't look like particularly great pickups after that. Maybe a persistent hand. But even though that's not going to get it done here, is the Grazer that has asserted its dominance the entire game finally goes away.
Discards a Cultivator Colossus.
Makes sense why we set up the way we did then. We were trying to cast Cultivator next turn 2 fully.
Now,
in
I
this.
believe Austin at this point is hellbent, so really we are, if this Titan gets to live...
True, but like any land is lethal, right? I believe.
He's at 7 now because of
7.
the Archon. Notably, this Archon has a -1 counter on it right now. Oh,
Okay, all right,
Back
going
down-
on to 4.
back down to
we
4.
are living our best life here.
drawing a bounce line once again gets us there.
Fetching the Blood Crypt. I'm curious, what like are we playing a Fable here? Why would we...
Bitter Reunion into giving the Archon haste is probably the goal.
But why Shock? That's my question. Whatever it needs is a black mana, I would assume is what's happening here. Fatal Push.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're pushing the Dryad. That makes sense.
And then following up with Renin
Over in
6.
6. Okay.
All right. Well,
So
we're kind of stabilized.
we have stabilized the board state.
I actually don't think we have, right? We're missing. No, we are missing. No, we have a blue mana. We could, I think, attack T West, pick up a Dryad, kill them. Grab 2 bounce lands. No, you need to grab a T West here.
He's paying for a paying for a pact here. Though we just saw Austin draw an amulet, which real good right now.
It's actually very good, right?
Yes, it's very good. Yeah, tap for 1, cast an amulet.
This sets up a mirror pool, I believe.
This sets up a lot of things.
Yeah. I have to see where this goes because I'm actually not super familiar with Austin's list as well as just being off my Titan game for a while.
Yeah, Michael tapped out basically to the whims of Austin finding a line here.
Worth noting, this Archon has to block. If
It
you do
does.
not block with this Archon, you are dead.
Does have to block. Hopefully they're checking that this Archon is one smaller than it actually is.
Looks like we're heading on to combat here. This Titan's probably going to get in the red zone, force it like at least a double block. And from there, we're fighting a Fable versus Titan top decking with mana to cast Titan. 2 cards in hand. I'm wondering if we have a lethal line with this amulet and the mirror pool. I don't think we do.
I feel like there is definitely a line here that could be taken that ends with Austin winning the game, and I believe he's thinking about whether or not that line exists.
So, like, if we just get T-West Simic Growth Chamber here, I think we can set up.
Also, notably, turning the Microsoft Guard into an amulet might have been a good play here as well,
I think we're...
depending on what the plan is.
I'm not sure. Because it
But
looks like we're getting... Yeah. Ooh, Otawara.
Okay,
Yeah, so this is lethal.
yeah, so yeah, bouncing the Archon to hand, swinging in for the 6 trampoline damage is
Yeah, this is
good enough.
This is just lethal. Pick up Otawara before blocks, channel Otawara. Yep. Never lethal until
Austin,
Otawara.
yeah, Austin once again being a very smart player.
See, game 3, we got Michael in the play coming up soon.
We're full shuffling his deck.
I mean, like, honestly, do you want to protect that white bordered Bloodstained Mire? I don't.
I just want to play the new birthday.
If I have a prospector, that just gives me infinite red on turn.
Yeah, I just want to play the.
All right, Michael on the play here.
Looks like he's keeping 7. Looked pretty happy with his hand. Might just be staring at Austin for a second.
Birthing rituals seems nuts. The fact that you don't have to sacrifice until after you decide what you're doing is.
Whenever this cuts into a game,
It's also bad.
mulligans are already done. I'm just waiting for the result.
Oh no, brother. We've been thinking everyone's keeping 7 this entire time.
No, yeah, so yeah, Austin Mulligan the 6 here.
Is that an Inquisition in the Lord of Art? Like, come on.
Takes a Dryad.
Ooh, we've got a Surveil Land. Goodbye, some Grow Chamber. I don't need that. Austin, very pretty deck all the time. Very, very good foils.
Looks like we got a hand of 2 bounce lands, a Beseiju, a Titan, and a Bog.
Ooh, Urza Saga's a good pickup.
Top deck's being very excellent here.
Now we can just play a Beseiju next turn and start threatening constructs. Okay, picking up another Surveil Land as well. Oh. Alright, he got me. He got me. I thought we were doing that. I was like, that's certainly a take.
I'm down to just the legendary.
Beseiju the Surveil Land and go grab another
Get another
Surveil
one.
Land.
Come on, right? I'm hooking you up. You won't get to keep the original one, though. Alright, goodbye, Arid Mesa. Let's see what happens here. I would assume it's a ooh, pick your poison in the hand does not look good for a hero. What? Saga's nothing. You can leave it. It doesn't do anything. Definitely to think about this. Nah, yeah, get the Saga.
Looks like we're
Bro,
we're
no,
trying
wait,
to-
whoa, I was lying.
Okay, we play the Fable. Grab a gorgeous Goblin Shaman.
Link in
token.
description.
Urza Saga up to 2. Do we play the Beseiju here too?
Honestly, I don't like.
Make
I
a
think
construct.
We need to at this point, right?
Nope, we play a bounce line to return
Oh,
the Urza
God.
Saga.
Oh no, it's all going downhill from here.
It'll make more sense later.
So it's all downhill from here.
Creature in the deck that doesn't have purple eyes. Because he's not actually.
So what are we pitching here, Mike? What's the plan?
Looks like a creativity and a persist.
That okay.
Draws a
Creativity
creativity and a
and-
bitter reunion.
We're gonna attack for 2 here. Get a goblin.
Get
I get a treasure. Sorry.
A gorgeous treasure token.
Actually, links in the description. Apparently, we're making a dwarf too. That's interesting. All right. Looks like creativity for just 1.
2. Getting rid of the Goblin Shaman and the Dwarf. Getting 2
So
arc.
that's not how creativity works. sir.
Stop.
That's not how that does that. Nope. Hold on. Hold on.
It's not.
Alright.
God, I hope there's Terastes in this list. Terastodon would be gorgeous here. I mean, like, this is still pretty good, though.
Getting two Archons goes hard.
There
2
we go.
Archons. Alright.
This is looking pretty clean.
So this Beseiju doesn't take a lot. Do it.
Alright, so we are discarding 2 cards, losing 6 life.
Honestly, discard the Titan to certain dominance.
Michael gaining 6 life, drawing 2 cards.
6-point life swing, 2 more cards. We have him to Turok to your opponent, basically. And you're dead next turn. So play a ring? Question mark. Saga ring go.
Draw a card for turn. Saga.
Look at me. I think I'm smart.
Cast a ring. Draw a card.
it's almost like I play this deck sometimes.
Alright, this is where the pick your poison happens.
100%.
We
Are we going for the Saga or the ring? That's the question.
Oh, probably for the Saga.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, no. It's so hard. Is you cutting a mana off, or are you cutting off 2 cards?
Let's see. Let's let the players decide.
True.
Yep, looks like it was artifact. Sacrifices the 1 ring. Instant speed Archon seems real good.
Leaving up a mana for that, it looks
Yeah,
like.
bitter reunion.
Pitching a mountain, draw 2. It's like an Arid Mesa and a Wood of Hills. Not very great.
No, it was a Archon and a Arid Mesa was the draws off that bitter reunion.
We have picked up an Arboreal Grazer, honestly. Probably the best card in Magic.
This will surely get Austin out of this predicament.
If anything, I'm surprised if Mike does not just straight concede to it on the stack. Yo, okay.
Yeah.
See,
So we scoop it up.
Austin didn't even need him to show him the power of Grazer. He just gave it to him.
Congrats on the win, Michael. Going into round 2. Alright, looks like we got Michael versus Chris Wolfe.
Where's off scam?
See how this one goes. I can't imagine this goes excellent for Wolf. Wolf is kind of on a, notably one of the modern players that come out here that likes to bring out piles of good Magic cards, but definitely not running the meta.
I will say, if anyone who knows me knows I love grief, and this will probably be very interesting. Looks like we're on a mulligan. Looks like a mull of 5 for what we're looking at right now.
Or just debating on what card for a 6 we're putting to the bottom.
Interesting.
Yep, looks like mull to
Looks like mull
6.
Bottom and go ahead, tap.
Tap Dwarven Mind, pass from Michael.
I'm not doing this. It's doing something.
Oh, okay.
Said you're not creating.
Got
Alright,
it.
we are
Untapped
shocking in a
dog.
godless shrine.
Show me grief not dead. That's
We got
thought
thought
season.
season.
It's kind of a grief not dead. I assume this Wrenn 6 is biting the dust here. Michael's hand looking kind of sketch without the Wrenn 6 as well. We do have a bitter reunion to try to get rid of one of these Archons and maybe draw out of it, but
Yeah, we take the Ren here,
Yeah.
for sure.
Lands.
some debate. Yep. Seems correct. Now we grief them.
Oh, hold on. Oh, you
There's some merit to
camera
taking
right
creativity there.
True, but like letting the Wrenn get a land is a rough one.
Yeah, I just think that's what he might be having debated.
They're gonna Oh yeah.
Michael draws for turn. Most likely going to see this Arid Mesa is played. I would assume we're going to run out the bitter reunion.
Most definitely when I got the video, you're going to need to discard one of these clunky Archons in the hand to draw 2 new cards.
Or we could just give up new information. It's also fair. I guess this makes sense because you want to fetch green anyway, but looks like a Fable and a Beseiju was picked up.
The Eric Mesa also represents a dwarf token.
True. Arid Mesa representing Dwarf is very relevant in this game with the creativity in our hand. Let's see what Scam has for turn 2. Hopefully a Dalthy Voidwalker would be a pretty good follow-up to this, I assume.
That's right. That is what I just detected too.
Taking on what land to play. Looks like an
Urza Saga. Interesting. Stoneforge Mystic. Alright, you got my attention.
Saga has learned how to make enemies. Considering you're not
Can't imagine we're grabbing anything else besides a Culture Complete.
Lion Sash would be funny though.
Lion Sash would be funny.
It'd be very fun. Yeah, no, this looks like a Cauldron. Kind of digging the idea of Saga and Scam. I like it. Play a low resource game and then just play a Saga and grind them out. Seems decent.
I'm gonna get this line set.
Was the Lion Sash? Turns out.
I'm a prophet, gentlemen.
Lotra Damus over here. Lion Sash in hand.
This means the Cauldron's already in his hand, right? That's what's happening.
Or he's worried about removal, perhaps.
Maybe removal or worried about a persist. But if we have a persist, it's happening right now. There's the Armace we know about. I would assume the Fable we saw drawn is what's going to be happening here. Going down, going to get a black source.
Probably a blood
It
crypt.
was into Run 6. That's pretty fair. I started playing.
Yep, here we go. Oh no, it's even a list blood crypt. Now, man, the Myers and now the list blood crypt. We gotta talk, Mike. I can help you out, buddy.
on Timeless. Indigo's. Start playing on Timeless.
On a more serious note, probably tapping for 3 here to cast this Fable the Mirror Breaker.
Gonna be making another gorgeous Goblin Shaman. Links in the description.
For sure.
And we will be seeing if Wolfe has the Cauldron, or if this Lion Sash was just because we were worried about persist in the future. Saga takes up to 2. We're untapping a door of mine. Untapping a door of mine. Okay.
That ain't.
Wonder what's going on here in
Not sure,
this player's
actually.
head.
Definitely some small debate. Alright, looks like the basic planes. Are we just going to settle into a Saga game here? Because I feel like we're not going to win that game versus creativity.
And definitely
There's a
Lion
Lion
Sash.
Sash.
Passing the turn.
Oh, eating the Archon now. Interesting. Definitely think it's worth it to wait to see if we have a persist, because the blink to persist anyway.
Is it the green one? Oh yeah, that's.
Looks like
Some deliberation happening here, figuring out what's going on.
I should not be attacking. But you know what? Yeah, push damage.
In
We're
there.
attacking for 1 against a 2/2 blocker. Interesting.
Deck that has ephemerate.
Yeah.
Maybe he was distracted by the sheer abs on that goblin
I believe
token.
that's what exactly what was happening. Either that or we're going to persist the Stoneforge Mystic next turn, and I'm going to pop off. Okay. Fable kicking up here. We're going to pitch two Archons. Not exactly where they want to be facing a Lion Sash, but if we draw a Persist for turn... He drew a Persist for turn. Did I watch this beforehand or something? I don't know. No, I feel like I watched this beforehand at this point.
All right, we're persisting out a. After we tap our mana correctly, we're persisting out a Archon of Cruelty.
Which is going to clear this Lion Sash.
Lion Slash is incredibly dead. So we're now
This is looking a little rough.
looking a little rough here for Wolfe.
That Bloodstained Mire looks great, Mike. You know,
Dwarven Mine.
really just laying on the pressure here. Get another 1/1. We are about to haste this, huh?
That dwarf is definitely winning
Is
this
Wolfe
game.
dead on board? So this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's going to 2.
7, 8.
That's not looking good. We're dead to a bolt now. Anyway, serve.
1, 2, 3. 5 is 8. -3.
Yeah, I do believe this is just 1 off of lethal. Oh, 2.
2 off of lethal
Can't do
here.
math here. Did we just draw another persist? I'll lose my mind. I literally think the draw for turn was persist, or the draw for Archon was persist. Yep. All right. Well, that's
that is
that hurts. Game 2.
Power of Jund.
There's a Karn the Great Creator in this deck. I love this. All right, Wolf. Grief scam them. You're on the play. This is your time to shine.
All right, probably. If running Rest in Peace, probably boarding it in. If running any more amount of Graveyard Hate is probably going in. I imagine Michael here runs a bit of artifact removal. Interesting to see if he would have.
Honestly, I think with Persist being a backup plan, we're maybe just comfortable boarding the Persist plan out and just saying, have your Graveyard Hate.
Yeah, but if the graveyard takes long, that's fine.
True. All right, let's see what Chris got on the play here. Godless Shrine.
Godless Shrine into Thoughtseize.
It's kind of a grief. 4 lands, an Inquisition, and a Fable. I think it's a pretty easy take this Fable, have your Inquisition, and we see what happens. Unless we're trying to protect the Stoneforge Mystic or something.
Maybe. I think the Fable allows Michael to get out of bad draws, though. So I think you should, and puts a body in the field and gives him a token. So, but definitely takes the Inquisition. So maybe there's something he values in his hands, or is just really against hand disruption as he plays hand disruption.
True. Well, we're gonna play us a Surveil land here, see what we get rid of. Getting rid of the worst Bloodstained Mire in known history. Let's see what we've got as a turn 2 follow-up. I would assume by taking the Inquisition we have something powerful here. Maybe a Douthie, maybe a Stoneforge Mystic.
Perhaps a Grief.
Here's the Saga again. What we got, Wolf?
It's probably a Stoneforge Mystic if I were to take a guess.
Could be Lion Sash, very powerful card.
Orcish
Main phase Bowman. Okay, I'm here for it.
Master shoot you for 1.
I'm less here for it if we draw exactly Ren 6. That's going to feel really bad. But it does get it out of the way. We have a lad. Makes sense as to why he left the Fable now, though, because the Fable is much worse when the looting is not good.
That is definitely something you could do.
Let's see what we draw for turn.
I'm gonna be hopeful. You know, maybe you're gonna play directly into.
Drew Creativity.
Not a terrible draw.
Not bad.
We're just hanging out, though. Taking 2 a turn.
Now, a Scam Grief would be brutal against Michael right
It
here.
would be very brutal. Just take both cards in your hand. We're hanging out. Start clocking you for 5 a turn.
I kill Spellbomb.
Makes sense with the Saga package.
And
Attack for 2.
in for 2. Alright.
Anything else, or is that, it looks like that's it.
So we're passing the turn after that.
So now we got to play through this 2/2, which I would assume Scam has a fair amount of removal in. So this 2/2 is probably not long for this world, and then we're checking the other side of Fable.
Usually I'm fairly certain whenever people are going to be grabbing off of their Urza Sagas, but looking at Chris's deck, I have literally zero idea what could be getting grabbed off of this Urza Saga. Maybe a Shadow Spear,
Chris could be ahead of the time in getting a Shuko off the saga later.
maybe. Probably not, though.
That's Shadow Spear, I'll spell one.
Well, here comes the Fable. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna see a Shadow Spear or a Needle. Needle on Reflection of Kikijiki is not unreasonable here.
Yeah, I still think it's better to probably get the Shadow Spear, though, to, gain that early game life and hopefully give you some time against Archon or something of that nature.
Cycling an Spell Bomb.
Yep. Exile, draw a card.
Yeah, we missed our land drop last turn. The Saga's about to pop. I like cycling there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Getting any amount of card advantage in this board state seems great.
Honestly, it could also
Draws a
just be
card
a
for
Issues
turn.
Bubble in the list. Issues Bubble, not an unreasonable card to see alongside these.
Up to 3 here, probably floating a colorless.
Frankly, I will pop off to the other side of the room if you fetch up a rack.
True. I didn't even think about that.
Not very good currently, but would be amazing. If a colorless floating and
Would be
resolving or saga.
would be funny. Really digging here, so it must be a one of.
It's gotta be something. Either that or we're thinking of multiple things here.
That could be true as well.
Goblin just hanging out looking fine as hell.
Grab
Digger's
Digger's Cage.
OP, that's not how that works. I do hate to tell you. That's not stop creativity.
Sure doesn't. Does stop creativity coming out of the graveyard,
It
though.
does stop persist, but creativity still looking pretty strong in Peditto's hand right now.
John, you're my L2 sit next to me. It's much easier for you to answer this question as I can show you the
We'll
card
have to
in my
figure. Well, we
hand.
might bring the earphones next time so we can listen to volume at the same time.
This is included in the target.
Okay.
Is this okay?
There's no judging it at a time.
Yes. So I target my own thing and this thing.
You get the
You will both end up doing the thing.
But sure. But this is no longer stopping that from happening.
How the hell does this work?
It's exciting.
Because it's destroyed and then the spell resolves.
A lot of
Yes.
judge notes on screen right now.
Well,
But as we are learning right now, definitely this does not stop creativity.
so you resolve
It's fine,
effects
it's fine.
in order. So what's going to happen is
Sounds like Schaefer here answering our questions for us.
effect. So it will destroy the thing, and then you'll start doing the thing. You'll hit a thing, a payload of some sort.
Yeah, it sounds like our local. He's level tier 2 judge now. Yeah, local level 2 judge is here explaining the interaction between Grafdigger's Cage and creativity.
I have to agree with the judge notes. I feel like the explanation's a little unfortunate.
The problem is
Second
the question asked. He didn't ask if Cage stops the creativity, and as a judge, we can't just be like, hey, that doesn't do the thing.
Yeah. Our judge on the side here giving us a bit more info on this list. Solitude. Just
Solitude,
raw
pitching it.
solitude.
But you can terminate. Go to the thing. I feel like a lot of these plays are coming from Chris not knowing creativity.
Yeah, no, it feels like a little bit of the matchup, very like not knowing the matchup very well. Also, just like kind of a rough draw here from Wolfe, leaving only one land after that saga exploded.
Many turns later, cycle the spell bomb, still can't find them.
Yeah. Peditto thinking about the Fable trigger. I'm not really sure I'd want to take, 4 here, but might be living his best life. We do need to find an enabler for his creativity. Look, say we're responding to that on the stack.
Astro Black pushes a Bowmaster,
Makes sense, but
so
still
he
take him
can
2.
discard 2 to draw 2.
Worth noting, we can discard less than 2, but definitely probably won't be discarding 2 here. Discard the Skulking Tarn.
Discards 1, draws 1.
Think about Lightning Bolt. Bowman trigger pings him down. Plays a Scalding Tarn as their land for turn.
Yeah, I wonder if it's worth there for Michael to kind of just play to the board and just go grab a Dwarven Mine into a Abdominal Creativity, but
Looks like we're clearing out the token here to keep our life total flush.
or maybe Michael's going for the flip the Fable,
And then creativity for 2.
yeah, and then creativity for 2.
I think that's what we're setting up for here, which is going to be... Second Saga is not ideally what we're looking for here as our land, I think. Definitely seen a bit of awkwardness. Looks like a Stoneforge Mystic follow-up here. This has to get Cauldron, right?
Or he could get the Lion Sash.
But there's a Gravedigger's Cage.
I heard the Lion Sash is
I've
really
heard
good.
Lion Sash is a very good Magic card, so we might be seeing that pop up. There's
Okay,
a
we got the
Cauldron.
Cauldron. Makes sense.
I do like this. Now, the question is how are we not just dying to this creativity?
I think we're dying to this.
I think we're dying to this creativity.
Because if we're getting 2 creativities here, we got to sacrifice 2 creatures, which is the
entire
Bowmaster
board.
and the
I also
the
believe that's
Stoneforge.
Wolf's entire hand is gone as well.
I believe he has 3 cards on hand, so he gets to discard 2. So we are
3 cards in hand. Okay.
Yeah, so we are flipping this Fable. Yeah,
Playing a
play
land.
the second land. Probably fetch
We
for...
can creativity for still just for 2.
Yeah, 5 mana gets you 2.
Yeah. Sorry, not incredibly familiar with creativity. Math is not my strong suit.
2 Dwarven Mines makes 2 dwarves.
We're-
He's
this
creativity for
looks
2.
like
Yeah,
death.
he's creativity for 2 and leaving the Fable, the Mirror Breaker still alive.
And then this I do believe unless Chris Wolfe pulls out Hallowed Moonlight out of his ass right now, I think we're done. I need him to untap his lands and play Hallowed Moonlight.
Or he's gonna discard a
Discard
Orvar.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
Orvar.
discard Orvar. Oh, interesting. He's targeting the Grafdigger's Cage and a
Oh
dwarf.
no, now I see why our judge was talking about how this was slightly misleading. We're gonna respond with Assault. This is brutal. Peditto is losing the creativity from a spot where we should not be losing this creativity. Because this cage does not affect creativity at all. So we should be destroying this cage here, and then Wolf should be flipping to he hits an artifact or a creature, I believe is what's about to happen.
Yes, because Michael doesn't have
A legal target.
a legal
anymore.
target for his creativity.
Getting another Solitude, which is going to clean up the reflection. Yeah, this is a little unfortunate and backbreaking.
Yeah, you gotta shuffle it. I'm used to.
Yeah. I now see why we had the text boxes before.
Yes, unfortunately, just I guess Michael not knowing how Gravedigger Cage interacts here was kind of brutal. Something you definitely want to know is how certain sideboard or cards affect your deck going into playing a deck, especially if it's new to you.
So now we're
Also, what and how to ask a judge questions.
Yes.
now Chris Wolfe actually looking like they're in a very commanding
Yeah, because
spot
like right
here.
now we're gonna be able to
Put this
Stoneforge down this
Cauldron.
Cauldron to play.
We're attacking for
Right now we get to attack
9?
for 3 right now for lifelink, so it's
yeah.
putting that
Yeah,
gap.
we're attacking for 9 this turn. This is looking like it's going to be kind of hard to claw back from. We might be seeing a game 3 here, but we could in fact just draw another creativity off the top.
Interesting putting the germ token under your equipment.
I've seen people do that. It's kind of reasonable. Maybe you leave the words up there or something.
As long as you tap the correct permanent, I don't care.
True. But I really like attacking with my Cauldron complete. Leaving the Bowman block back here. Not interested in trying to offer a trade for this dwarf.
Obviously, at this point, with Michael with 1 card in hand, even the Bowmaster alive
Hey, man.
kind of shuts him off of
Creativity
card
puts
draw.
us in a reasonable spot right now.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Unfortunately, though, like creativity, you don't want to block the Cauldron with your Archon.
No, not at all.
And he's at 4. So
All right, looks like we're going to game 3 here.
Give it a second.
Little So there's a cut here. Okay.
Solitude.
What anybody else here?
is he reading creativity in Cage and I realized the question he needed to ask was a nice visiting judge of this game.
Yep.
This actually doesn't stop this, does it?
Yeah,
It sure doesn't
we're
stop.
learning. We're learning.
No, but it makes you at least target it. No, but it doesn't.
No, you don't have to target at all.
What do you mean? No, it enters from your library. Are you kidding me?
It doesn't. It enters from exile.
This
Yeah,
does
so
not stop this, correct?
for any of the
That's
viewers
the question I should have
that
asked.
need any more clarification on how this interaction works, Graphics Cage says creature cards can't enter the battlefield from graveyards or libraries. How Indelible Creativity works is you sacrifice a permanent, you reveal cards of your type of library into exile until you hit a creature or artifact card, and then it goes onto the battlefield from exile.
Also worth noting, because I've seen this come up quite a bit, Cage also does not stop Living End. Living End does the same thing.
Yes,
You
yeah,
exile
Living End
your
does
card,
put
you
those
put it
cards
back.
into exile before they enter the battlefield.
Cage, a much better card in Legacy than it is in Modern, unfortunately. But, yeah. A learning moment for
Yeah,
both players.
Graph Digger Cage you definitely want to board in against decks like Yawgmoth or...
Honestly, it's not terrible versus Scam.
Yeah, Scam is... It's fine against Scam as well. It's also pretty good against, like... I mean, post-Image 3 is going to be good against Storm. It's
Yes.
going to be good against... It's good against current Storm, like even if you want to call Storm a deck, but it
To
still
be
is.
fair,
Still isn't.
everything is good versus Gift Storm.
Now, again, in Chris's defense, he thought it would against the creativity. There was no like malicious intent.
Looks like an Arid Mesa here.
Yeah, Arid Mesa turn 1.
Tap Godless Shrine.
Tap Godless Shrine.
Not where you want to be on Scam's side, I think. Normally, Scam's power comes from pretty absurd turn 1s.
Well, we are not seeing traditional Scam being played here. We got Urza Sagas and Lion Sashes and
Look, man.
Karn the Great Creator.
Somebody really liked playing this deck. They really liked the mono black rack deck, and they were like, I want to put Scam in there. And I think that's what happened here. A noble fight, if you ask me.
A deck of all time, if you will.
Looks like we're surveilling here for Peditto. Hopefully putting a Bloodstained Mire into the graveyard. I can't imagine we want to have that in our hand. Nope, drawing.
They were offloading all their creativities, and they were like basically fire sailing creativities when they reprinted them.
Looks like a pretty solid hand over here for Mike. A couple lands backed out by quite a few spells. Stalking and Stomping Ground.
Probably running out of running 6. I can't imagine any other turn 2 play in creativity. Oh, maybe Bitter Reunion.
Yeah, Bitter Reunion. Oh,
Yeah, definitely Bitter Reunion. Okay.
Getting it down before the Bowman comes in seems good.
Discarding a Bitter Reunion to the Bitter Reunion, drawing 2 cards.
The value, honestly. Picks up a Fable and looks like a land.
So that means we get to go Bitter Reunion into Fable next turn.
Just good stuff here. Second
Yeah.
Second of the Shrine, followed by a Douthie Voidwalker. Now there's the Scam I know and love.
Yeah. The Jun list for creativity being able to, like, really push out card advantage on early turns in comparison to the 5-color or 4-color creativity list
Which is
that
like a traditional control
yeah,
file.
they're more running the leyline bindings and trying to like close up the early game that way. This one is just trying to rush out getting Archons on the battlefield, giving them haste with the Bitter Reunions. So
Looks like an Archon was picked up for Peditto. Can't imagine he's too happy about that, especially with the Douthie in play now. It's pretty hard to take advantage of that card.
yeah, he really needs a way to deal with the Douthie before he can do most other things.
I mean, playing a Fable here is not terrible.
if
Notably,
playing a
that
Fable's
Aaron
fine.
Mesa has got a void counter on it currently. Hopefully that will be resolved here in a second. At least that will matter for future run of 6s.
All right, go
Time
ahead.
to go hit my table, Judge.
Fetch for a basic mountain here. Like I can't imagine Michael's doing anything else besides playing a
Yeah, there we go, okay.
Fable here.
Very relevant. Gonna be playing as a Fable, I would assume. Unless you want a Bitter Reunion and give our opponent an Archon. That's also an option. I do like that idea. I think it'd be pretty fun. Having some discussion here about the Douthie.
Doesn't
No
cast
play.
the Fable.
Interesting no play here. Not sure what we have in hand that we chose to no play. Is that
Maybe
Maybe a fatal
maybe
push?
Michael doesn't know that
looks like a fatal push?
Dothy doesn't have that Dothy has shadow.
Yeah. It does look like there's at least a fatal push in hand. Third Godless Shrine. Perfect mana. Absolutely perfect.
Who needs fetch lands?
Okay, looks like we're tapping for a black here. Probably going to see a Thoughtseize. This Archon and Cage is still here.
Cage is back.
Cage is back. Okay.
I mean, very technically, Cage does get the
Does get the
persist,
persist, true.
and so Michael is not playing out of the graveyard this game.
would be very good to see a Thoughtseize here, getting got by this
Pushing the Dothy
True.
makes sense.
Scam spell, maybe? We might have an Undying Effect? No. Okay. Just a... Oh, yeah. I guess the Undying Effect would be stopped by our Cage, actually.
Yeah, interesting putting Cage in a scam deck. It seems like it's hurting Chris more than it's hurting Michael.
I have to agree at this point. But we're also seeing kind of an awkward draw from the Scam deck. Looks like the Fable's finally coming down. Oh, well, more discussion. Schaefer getting bullied for not knowing how the interaction works.
Creativity exiles. It doesn't just enter from the library, which is very important. It's not great.
Alright. Pass turn here from Dio looking at going up. Wolf's next turn.
And then he removed my thing. And you got a solid base skill out of it. I realized after the fact that it actually just exiles it. And it doesn't put it away from
Still talking about the Graphic Cage interaction, unfortunately.
Okay.
Hopefully we can get past this and move on to the match. Oh, Castle Lock Wayne.
Saturday Night Modern, the sequel, and it's
Hardcast Grief, let's go.
a good time as any.
Get in there.
Griefing the hand. Let's see what we're gonna get here.
Brotherhoods and Archon creativity. I cannot imagine we lead them with the creativity.
No. You have to get rid of the creativity here. Notably, 1, 2, black, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are technically after a land drop and attack with the Goblin Shaman, we are 1 mana away from hard casting a Archon.
Rapidly approaching. Unfortunately, Chris is getting kind of squeezed from all angles the deck has at this point.
They don't have as many diamonds.
Yeah, looks like it's gonna be a pass here.
Alright, fetching with the Scalding Tarn, grabbing, I imagine, Dwarven Mine or something of that nature.
Maybe a Surveil Land, but I think you might be around Dwarven Mine. Second Dwarven Mine would add quite a bit to this board.
Yes. Just being able to apply constant pressure to
I think just to
Chris's-
double block the Grief without having to use the Brotherhood's End, honestly, is pretty reasonable.
We're grabbing a Surveil Land. Looks like looking at top card library seems important to him here.
I mean, if we find a creativity, this game's over, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
We also have 4 looks. We have a Surveil, draw for turn, and 2 Fables. Draw us to find a creativity here.
We sure do. I'm interested to see if Michael decides he wants to.
Looks like we graveyarded a Wooded Foothills off of that Surveil Land.
Yeah, interested to see if Michael ends up grabbing or discarding his Archon here.
Honestly, I don't think we would be, right? With the Cage, like, we're honestly getting kind of close to hard casting it, like you
Yeah,
said.
and that's my thought process as well. But we'll see how it pans out.
So it looks like we've entered main phase. I don't know if we've drawn already. I think we did. So
Yeah, I
we're
think we
trying
did
to
as
resolve
well.
Fable.
Discard
Bidding the second.
Dwarven Mine, drawing 1 card.
Looks like I picked up a Fable.
I don't think Ren is like excellent in this board state currently. Maybe I'm wrong.
He just gets his Dwarven Mine back and lets us play his Fable in our hand. That's not unreasonable.
In
It also
makes a treasure token.
It also lets us just make mana up into this Archon.
Maybe the plan here was to get. No, that couldn't have been the plan.
It looks like we're gonna pick up this Dwarven Mine, play it, make a token, play another Fable, make another token. We are just actually taking game pieces and putting them on the board today. Or passing.
Nope, we're passing the turn. Very interesting plays happening here.
They not-
Maybe bluffing removal spell or
Yeah,
something.
'cause
of
I'm
that
fairly
nature.
certain Peditto's hand is currently Fable, Brotherhood's End, Archon.
Yes, that is correct.
So, not entirely certain why we just passed the turn. Wolfe untapping here with 4 mana. Maybe the Grief could help click off the Brotherhood's End, but I don't even think we're winning the race with the Brotherhood's End gone, the second Fable in hand. Just a lot of either chatter outside of the game or thinking happening currently.
I think a lot of things happening here. Right into combat, swinging in with 3/2 menace at the Rin. Alright, Rin down to 1.
Tapping for 2. Orc Spellmaster clears the Rin.
Yeah, probably ping there. Yep, makes sense.
Make a lad. Do we have a Stoneforge missing or something to follow up? That would be pretty good. Actually, maybe not. We just get cleared up with this Brotherhood's End. Yeah, this is not looking great for our scam currently. Flipping this Fable over.
Wondering if Michael's looking for a very specific piece to put onto the battlefield.
I'm not sure, but the more we commit permanents to the battlefield, the worse this Brotherhood's End is for us. I almost feel like this might be the turn to just snap it off. Like, go to combat, swing out, and then snap it off. I might be profit once again.
Get another treasure token.
We are 1 mana off of this Archon, right? It's 8 mana, correct?
It is black, black, and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're 1 mana away from.
There's
There's the mana.
the
So I think we're hard casting an Archon here.
Yeah.
Yeah, here it is.
Some confusion over life totals here. Overall, kind of a confusing game.
Okay. Maybe we have reestablished board state here. Yeah, so definitely hard casting this Archon of Cruelty. Discard a card, sacrifice a permanent, lose 3 life, and then Michael gain 3 life, draw a card.
Wolfe is going to need a Solitude. Pitch to KGC. Yeah, definitely, we're going to need to have a Solitude here at a relatively reasonable pace. Oh, second.
Yeah, Bowmaster. Yeah, after drawing the card off the creativity, or not the creativity,
yes.
but the Archon of Cruelty, draws a card and then pings down the dwarf. Gets a dude back.
We're going to untap draw here.
Very interesting to see what Scam is going to present here.
Another KGC is not a bad start.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure what's in our board for this particular instance here. We could also just, plus our Grafdigger's Cage to sack instead of our relevant permanents. That could be really nice.
That is true.
But I have to say, if we don't have a way to clear this Archon, I believe we are just dead next turn with the Fable.
Yeah, because we get to make a copy, enters the battlefield, lose 3, and then attack for
6, 12.
Yeah, a lot.
This
it's a lot.
This game is over if we cannot answer this Archon.
We are down ticking the Karn, the Great Creator, grabbing our card out of our sideboard.
But he does
What if the rack?
What if, and I said what if, we grabbed Shuko? Ba-ba-da-da.
Yeah.
Judge, can we get the Jeopardy theme? Okay,
Grabbing
that's a one ring.
Grabbing a one ring that we can't cast this turn,
Unfortunately, dog, there will not be another turn. I do hate to say it. Unless you are holding white card Solitude.
Yeah, this has definitely been an interesting round of Magic the Gathering. I think mistakes on both sides of the board here. Very interesting plays. Swings with the Grief. No blocks.
I'll gain the life back anyway on attack,
Yeah.
it's fine. Yeah.
I think we're tanking here. Alright, so untaps.
Let's see if Michael sees the line to just annihilate Chris Wolfe from the sun. There's that Bloodstain Mire again. Yep, alright. Okay.
Alright, we got an Archon. Archon is battlefield. Sacrificing Orc token, losing 3 life.
Going to 8. We have more. My God, Brotherhood's End. Yep.
I had one ring in a stone forge, and I was like, "This stone forge is."
Yeah, just unfortunate.
I think if I'd done better.
Yeah, very interesting game of Magic
Yeah.
the Gathering there. There's a lot
Moving
of
on to round 3.
yeah, a lot of weird things going on there. All right, we got Michael versus Gabe.
Luck earlier.
Creativity versus Grixis Control.
Grixis Control, huh?
Okay. So I expect to see Tidebinders, Flame of Venors, maybe some Snapcaster Mages, maybe some Riptides. Not entirely familiar.
All right.
I see a Xander's Lounge at the very least.
Yes. Very interesting to see how this goes, because you also got to remember on Jund creativity, so you don't have access to like the spell pierces and stuff like that. So I would be interested to see if this Jund list would be weak against control.
True. Looks like we're going all the way down to 15 here. Alright, so I see a Polluted Delta, a Xander's Lounge, a basic Swamp, a Hall of the Storm Giants,
Scalding Tarn.
and a Bowman and a Fatal Push?
Yep, yeah, Bowman and a Fatal Push.
5-land hand going down to 1 spell. Kind of rough.
Yeah, interesting keep there.
The Fatal Push not irrelevant versus
Draws
creativity.
the Polluted Delta too, so we
Not
would
feeling
definitely play the Xander Lounge tap. Passing the turn.
Turn 2 Ren and 6 would be very backbreaking here.
I am a glutton.
It does not look good for OP. Bitter Reunion.
Bitter Reunion. I imagine discarding this Fatal Push here.
Another.
No, Thoughtseize. Okay.
Picks up creativity and a land, I believe.
This doesn't seem very good right now.
Yeah, it's looking rough. Looks like a Spell
Draws a
Pierce
card,
picked up.
plays a Hall Storm Giants, passes the turn.
Spell Pierce not terrible here.
No, Spell Pierce is great here.
Yeah.
Spell Pierce definitely just gets the greedy creativity. Draws a Fatal Push.
I mean, we could also just be Fatal Pushing the Dwarfs instead.
That's true.
Yeah.
Playing
Like, we're
with the
actually,
Delta.
we're not dying.
We're doing Grixis control things, I think is what's happening.
We
here.
definitely need a way to kill OP, though. I mean, he has, in fact, done 8 damage to himself.
And we do got this Hall. If we can get to the late game, we can just start beating him up with this Hall.
Just keep drawing pressure. Michael tries to sleight of hand a Goblin. Fable the Mirror Breaker play does not work. It's going to have to do better next time. Let's see. Surveilling the Lightning Bolt to the graveyard makes sense.
Yeah, Lightning Bolt seems bad here.
It's falling down for turn. Let's see if we just fire off this creativity. I imagine our hand doesn't do much else.
Nope, we passed the
Interesting.
turn. Which probably means either Michael's setting up for a double Archon turn, or
I guess we do know
or
there's a Fatal
has a
Push.
Sixth Sense for the Spell Pierce.
Well, no, we do know there's a Fatal Push, so creativity for 1 would just eat a push here.
That's true.
Yeah. So this makes sense. He's waiting for next turn of creativity for 2, but he's going to get blown out by that Spell Pierce.
Yeah, more than likely.
Looks like we're surveilling here from Gabriel. Hello. Hello. Looks like we kept on top, whatever it was.
It's probably not a land. That's probably why we kept it there.
Blue Delta. As long as Gabriel does not tap out, we're hanging out. Alright, untap draws a creativity. Love to see that. I mean,
Is that 3 creativities in hand?
I believe it's 3 creativities in Archon and some lands. Thundering Falls grab. Very interesting that we didn't play creativity for 2 here. Did we make a land drop?
I
Is
think
our
we missed a
hand
land drop
missed
is
the
what
land?
ended up happening there.
So creativity, Archon, and cards I can't tell. Seems good. Seems good. Another Scalding Tarn. Lots of lands from both sides.
Yeah, we're getting to the point here where Control is doing what it wants to
Control
do.
is establishing a pretty good pillow fort of reactions in their hands. Also, using our only land currently to not get a Dwarven Mine does not play very well into this Fatal Push, unfortunately.
Yeah, my experience whenever you play against controller, you gotta just play your deck. If you just sit there and not do anything, you're just gonna let them
just
stack
get
up on
more
mana,
time.
stack up on interaction. Like you gotta be running out your stuff.
There's the land.
So we do get a land here.
But now we're just in the same spot we were earlier, where we're losing to this Fatal Push. We've just literally added a land to the board. It's like on instep, taking game action here. Okay. Archmage's Charm kind of effect going on right now. Do love me some Flame of Venor.
Yeah, see, like forcing the interaction there would have caused Gabe not to be able to draw 2 cards that turn. It's just playing slow against control is never a good thing you want to be doing.
We still had the Xander's Lounge untap. The Fatal Push would have clipped the,
No, but yeah, it's getting the fatal push out of hand is the big
Oh,
thing.
yeah, no, I got
And then
you.
making,
Yeah, at some point we have to be making game actions. If we just sit here, like, you could maybe try to go for all in once, but it's, ooh, shocking. So we have an instant play. Or we have
Or
no
we don't.
idea why we shocked there. The comedic timing on these notes are pretty solid today. I got it. Alright, note to self, don't touch the side of the headphones, it pauses.
Yeah, maybe we thought we had a Bowmaster in hand and forgot they got Thoughtseized out of the hand at the beginning of the game.
Gabriel just trying to even up the life totals, you know, trying to make it more fair for Peditto.
Alright, plays a basic swamp, passes the turn.
Terrible basic art choices. Really disappointed, Peditto. Really disappointed. Beseiju Hall. Yep,
Very interesting.
that's a play. Yep.
Gabe does not seem happy about this.
I mean, like, it is currently our only win condition. Maybe we can get a. Hopefully, there's a third surveil land. Maybe not. Nope. Okay. The other Archon. Sure, it's exactly what Michael wanted. Like, we have to just start taking game actions here at some point. Okay. Or not.
We're not taking game actions.
I
We're
feel like
passing
the
turn.
game plan is to discard Archons to hand size at this point, right? Like that's life. Okay, we're Bolton. Going down to 8. Burn a real strategy here. Can I see Snap Bolt? Can I live my my youth on the stream? No? Okay.
Got a preordain. There it is. Scry 2.
Looking for really any threat here. Yep. Found something.
Gabe once again playing very aggressively. And by aggressively, I mean really fast with his movement and bending the cards.
Ooh, EI.
If Gabe taps out this turn,
We have lost the game.
yeah, we're not not good.
Let's see. I see a Pluto Delta. The 4th Pluto Delta has made its way onto the field.
So
going in
Pluto Delta exile. Hey.
Cannot tell what the other cards are. Looks like a Shieldred's Edict. Or we're putting something else. Looks like
That
Flame of
was a Flame of Venor in the hand.
So Shieldred's Edict to the bottom, Flame of Venor in hand. Play a land go. Looks like play land go. Yep, I respect that. All right, Mike, we need to take a game action here, okay, buddy? We need to do something. And, okay,
That's another bitter reunion.
Bitter Union's here. Let's see how Gabriel responds. Honestly, I'm probably just letting it happen. Okay, so we're getting Ruben Archon drawing 2. That's like a Fable and a land. Those are pretty much everything we wanted to see. So now we get to
We have 2 fetches here.
probably fetching a Dwarven Mine playing Fable, right? That's my life.
Alternatively, we could double fetch for 2 Dwarven Mines
And then
and then play creativity for 1.
Still not great.
No.
Oh my god, I am living my best life. Snap Bolt. Snap Bolt. Yes. All right. Mike is at 5. We are dead to a bolt. Oop, move a fatal push.
We are dead to 2 bolts.
I mean, I'm still here for it, personally.
Does Flame of Venor say any target or
God, I wish.
no?
You know how good Is It Burn would be? Oh my lord. Shit.
So, yes.
Exactly. Let's see what we got going on here, because we are getting to the point where Mike is just can probably brute force through some amount of interaction. Unless we just, like, full elbow tap for creativity and die to the spell pierce, which would be sad. But fun.
Are we casting a main phase Orchestra Master?
Yes.
We sure are.
You go to 4, bro. People really don't think that card has flash.
No, I think people know that card has flash. I think Gabe doesn't know that card has flash. Those are ducks.
Those are some sick ducks right there.
Sick ducks.
Sensei, do we really not supply tokens with our decks nowadays? I'm disappointed.
Casting a
Persist.
persist, getting counter
Ooh, OG counterspell hitting in here. Okay. The incorrect. Okay, we're going to dead on board.
All right, we're probably grabbing double dwarf here. Creativity for 1.
Please bolt in response. Please, I'm begging you. Oh, we're clapping. Gabriel seems elated to see 2 dwarfs.
Gabe is staring at the spell pierce with a
Just
watering
the
mouth.
happiest person known to mankind.
Yeah,
Spell
just
pierce.
gets
Just didn't even
slapped down.
tap his land. Just threw it onto the table. I do believe Gabriel just has 2 fatal pushes in his hand. I think this game is over. Looks like we're fetching here, trying to defend the deck just a few more relevant draws. Watery Grave. Yes. Okay. Couldn't tell if that was under
Are we
six.
shocking in this water?
God, I hope so. It would make me happy. Oh,
actual
we have
Orc Army.
acquired our Orc Army.
This is why my tokens are not the
I was
same.
kind of here partial to the Ducks.
We
Okay,
did in
we are
fact
shocking.
shock in this watery grave. I wonder what we're playing.
I think we're just going to try to push and then untap push. Yep, that's lethal. Yep, okay. Gabriel kind of shortcutting there, but it works. That is lethal. Alright, let's see what happens in game 2.
All right, so sideboard here. I can't imagine that
Be a rough time, to be honest.
Michael isn't running Veil of Summer.
True.
Okay, they have a bigger problem now.
Interesting to see what Gabriel would have. Maybe Alpine Moons for Dwarven Mines and things like that.
Maybe Alpine Moons. Also, alternatively, some form of Graveyard Hate and Grixis.
Spell is countered this
Hopefully we don't have another Grafdigger Scaging incident today.
Yeah, hopefully not.
I would like to move past. Also could see things like Flusterstorm maybe. Alright, we have a Hall of the Storm Giants, a Spell
Dress
Pierce.
down. Okay, maybe dress down. Yeah.
Okay.
Take the Spell Pierce.
Draws for turn. Dito once again just punching himself in the face for 4 every turn. Are we sure he's not playing Death Shadow? Main phase Surveil. Okay, saving time, I like it.
Very interesting plays with Gabe here.
Dito following with his own Surveil land. Getting rid of a Dwarven Mine.
does rest of these change this equation? The answer's no. You know that.
Curious to see what we do with the Surveil land.
It is, though. A lot of people
Keeps it on top.
Must be a good card.
Well, let's find out.
Draws
Can I
a
see your
card.
hand? No clue. Alright, anyway, Pluto Delta. Oh my god, I think it's a Spell Pierce.
It might be. Spell Pierce real good against creativity.
True facts. Passing a turn here. Peditto look like they have a Red 6 in their hand.
Thoughtseize Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Thinking whether or not to play this Lightning Bolt in hand, I believe.
2 Red 6. Don't think Lightning Bolt here is where we want to be. Pick up a Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, Lightning Bolt and a Preordain.
We
Dress down.
We did not preordain last turn.
Yeah, Snapcaster Mage.
Honestly, I think we are just taking preordain here. They're the dress down. Could argue Snapcaster. Like, this hand's kind of redundant. Takes Bolt. Not exactly my choice. We're in 6.
Probably setting up for the creativity turn. Give Spec the Dwarven Mine. That way, if he draws the creativity, he can just go for it on the turn.
True. I do believe our hand right now is Ren, Fable, Dwarven Mine. Gabriel getting into the Surveil land.
It is indeed not how the rules are, but that's why it's a judgment.
Currently don't have a fetch, so that is a
Yeah, so just setting up control, setting up the top card of their library, making sure that they're hopefully drawing interaction. Kept it on top. He hasn't missed yet.
I hear someone getting ratioed in the background. It's always kind of funny.
Play the hall here? I guess not.
Actually, you make a good point. Why have we not played this hall yet? It is now a tap land. I guess maybe to protect from Beseiju. We're scarred from last game.
Maybe.
Oh. Untapping here from Peditto. Really looking for a creativity. Just
Upticking this Ren.
targeting nothing.
Yeah.
Throwing out of mine. Make a dwarf. Play a Fable.
Make another dude.
Wondering if we're gonna have a response. Okay, we do have a response. We do have a spell pierce in the graveyard. The Snapcaster Mage is node.
Spellpierce does say 1 though, right? Or does it say 2? Spellpierce say pay 2 or pay 2? Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, fetching for a basic island.
makes sense.
Now
I
we
like this
definitely should have just played the hall, I think.
Also, not sure why we rolled this Ren up. If we were trying to bait out Snapcaster, we could just ping your card. Maybe we didn't roll the Ren up.
No, we definitely rolled the Ren up. Ren's been out for
So-
2 turns.
Unfortunate. And there's a very, very tapped hall. Yep.
I definitely just played another basic island.
Oh, wow. It looks like hall to me.
Preordain, bottom both, draws a card. Another Snapcaster Mage.
Oh my god, I'm living my dreams right now.
Probably gonna swing in with the Snapcaster Mage. I can't
I don't
imagine
really-
he doesn't.
Like, trading for the dwarf is probably fine. Interesting.
Yeah.
Taking the trade.
I mean, you gotta attack there because then it just dies to the Ren. Yeah.
I definitely think I'd rather just have the red take 2, though, and then just minus afterwards than losing my dwarf.
I don't know, if you're going for retrace, maybe Michael's banking retrace just because he knows he's playing against control.
Looks like just a little pass go here. Spellmasters go. So, if we had this Bowmasters, why didn't we Bowmaster the dwarf and then attack?
I don't know if we have this Bowmaster.
He did it on end step, so it was definitely there. Okay. Attacking Ren down.
Yeah, but he's not as good without fetch.
Gabe appears to be debating whether they want to snap bolt this red currently.
I like play as well.
Unfortunately, knowing there's a second one of Vito's hand, not the best play, but Gabriel can't know that. He draws for turn.
Alright.
Looks like we make a Thoughtseize.
Yeah, it looks like we could do a Thoughtseize here. Looks like we were casting said Thoughtseize.
About to see what's going on in Gabriel's hand. This might flush out the Snapcaster Mage at the very least. What did we just trigger? Oh. Alright, looks like it's going to bait out Snap... Or, yeah, force out the Snapcaster Mage here.
Snapcaster, Bolt. Bolt the Ren?
So we have a Hall and a Dress Down. This Hall still in our hand from our opener. You literally... that is not how that works. Okay. Got very scared for a moment. So I assume we're going to see a... Oh, picked up a fetch land. Not bolting before this Ren gets a chance to activate is rough.
The thing is, though, is if he has fetch land creativity and we bolt a Ren, we can't stop the creativity.
Bolting the Ren in response to
This
down
feels
tick.
bad.
Yeah.
This is just-
I think we've cleared the way for creativity, if we have it.
We still got 2 mana. We know that the only card in hand is Hollow
Storm
Giant.
Giants.
Yeah, so if we were going to creativity now, right now is the time.
Yeah.
Definitely grabs a dwarf.
Looks like this is.
Looks like this is a creativity.
This is a rough one, yeah.
There it is.
If we had let all the things resolve, let the Ren do its thing, and then we bolt the dwarf, we still have the bolt for the dwarf. That we're
Yeah.
fine, but bolting the Ren after it shoots.
Yeah, just getting an Archon put into play here is gonna be losing our Orc army, losing our Hall. Yeah, this I don't. We probably have outs. They're not great. Child's Edict, I think, comes to mind. Let's see what we got going on. Yeah, that's the card I named right off the top of my head. Yeah, that works.
And great top deck.
I've been really good at calling these out tonight. Anyway, attack for 2, I guess. Let's see. With you have a follow-up. We definitely know there's a second Ren and 6 to clear the Snapcaster Mage. Yep, that's not sticking around.
Very interesting to see. I know it's round tournament, but the 2-0 versus the 0-2.
It do be like that sometimes. Alright, what do we get for the draw for turn from Gabriel?
I was wondering why there was so much longer on the video there, and now it makes sense because the last matchup was control.
Grixis control does make sense for this last match to be happening.
You know, pausing the video means I have to edit all your audio, right?
I didn't pause the video.
Okay.
Our judge over here attacking us for no reason. If you guys can hear that in the background. Man, this Ren's gonna go distance, I think. I think we reached a point where we are playing a retrace game. Or we drew a persist and this game is very over. Okay. Understood. Anyway.
Alright.
Response to the ETB.
Probably casting a dress down. Nope. Ooh,
Tidebinder. That's a good one. See, the problem is we still have to kill this Archon.
This 6/6 flying attacker.
No
or
flying.
5/5. 5/5.
That is a
yeah.
6/6, 5/5 creature. You're correct.
5/5 attacker. That thing has 5 -1 counters on it.
That's not how that works, but I appreciate the idea.
As a judge, that looks like it has 5 -1 -1 counters.
That is exactly what it's representing, yes. Okay, fetching on end step. Surveil land, question mark? That's a water grave, okay.
We're at a surveil lands.
This seems like a bad deck design from our judge here. Should be playing more surveil lands, honestly.
I did design it. I just built it.
5 minutes.
Alright, let's see what Gabriel comes up with. Both players been drawing pretty live these last couple of turns.
This time, do not draw live.
This time, yeah, this not look very live.
What's
This,
the Steam Vents?
ooh, he's holding it for the bluff. I respect.
Fetching here. Can't imagine anything
Missing the
other
point.
than a Dwarven Mind.
Start saying missing my Dwarven Mind token here. Honestly, so if you have a creativity, we are killing our Archon, right? 1000%. I am trading that man for a different Archon.
No, I still think you sacrifice the Dwarf.
Yeah, we stack both.
Oh, sure.
X2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get in there. I'll persist that Archon in a turn when I get retrace. Let's take a Dwarven Mind draw for turn this turn. Anyway, I'll attack for 5. Draw from turn here from Gabriel. Okay, getting out of here. Doesn't want to see it.
All right. After
Go.
what feels like an eternity, on to game 3. I
Eternity because of the top deck Shield Edict.
Yeah, that time of showed you was real good.
Binder for the follow-up Archon. Like, we bought so much time that we shouldn't have had.
We're gonna see what happens here.
Combo, the standard
It's a
one,
Gabriel's all to play.
Pioneer, and it took him.
I, for one, am rooting for Gabriel to gatekeep Mike.
So I literally went to time.
That would be very funny. I think the 0-2 beating the 2-0 to snuff out the
It was so bad.
the undefeated
After the
victory.
Grafdigger's Cage play, I think it's only Cosmic Karma
And
for
then he
creativity
ended
to
up
take
just
him down.
basically killing my shit to time me out of game one. Hey, he did it. He got it.
Oh, okay.
Done?
Look, it's the Hall. Let's go. We played it on one this time.
I'm gonna keep it. You can go.
Surveil land. Okay. No turn 1 play from Gabriel.
Alternatively, this game's been going on for a while. We might be about to hit time in the round.
That's a good point.
Could end in a tie.
Judge, we should have a timer.
I would like to see what you're doing.
Okay, so
All right, that's fair. Judge just said that's too difficult. I kind of agree with him.
Spell Pierce the Thoughtseize. Fetches Scalding Tarn. Probably looking for a Surveil land here.
I do like the spell Pierce from the Thoughtseize play. If he was Snapcaster Mage, it's the same thing as keeping it in our hand.
I understand Diablo is currently like a little bit.
The Judge is staring at a computer. I'm very scared if we did something wrong. You see, I can't read that. Malachi, can you tell me how much time is left in the round?
I cannot.
All right. I've determined it's about 2 pixels wide, so that means it's probably single digits.
Yeah, so we got the Surveil land here. Trying to fix the top cut of our library.
Looking for action here, I think. We can't play permission all day. We definitely have to kill our opponent. Looks like a pretty stocked hand from Mike here. Saw persist, some bitter unions.
See creativity in there as well. Island Pass.
On an is it draw here. Picked up a land. Interesting. Just going for the aggro spell pierce. I actually don't hate this play. We gotta get this game over with.
Yeah, also keeping Mike off of that early game card advantage.
Especially if we
seems
discard
fine.
Archon.
Yeah.
Ooh, picked up basic swamp. We're playing Grixis, boys. Deck for 2. It was 17. Maybe getting a Surveil land, I would assume. We still have the commercial district. Yep. Looks like a Flame of Lenore in Gabriel's hand.
You have a spare commercial district?
Yeah, that sure does look like a Flame of Lenore.
I can't imagine it being anything else at this point. Gonna be pretty spicy if we try to creativity here. Kill your thing, draw 2 cards. That's the kind of magic I want to be playing. Or killing my opponent on turn 2. Or 1 to 2.
Alright, taps 2. Probably playing, yep, Rin and 6. Interesting.
Not sure. Does Flame of Lenore hit Planeswalkers? Ooh, just hardcore counterspell. Get that out of here. I do not want to play against your Rin 6 opponent. Get that out of here.
So far, everything Michael has done besides playing land for turn has been countered.
Literally every game action taken. Said, told, no. We also missed a land drop worth noting. Fable. Can I get another no?
That might be a bit too much there for him.
At the very least, this,
Nope.
oh, actually saying no. Yeah, get that out of here.
The second counter spell.
Mike, you're not allowed to take game actions. This Snapcaster Mage, he's coming for
It's
you.
going the distance.
Keep the land.
Play a Scalding Tarn,
Attack for 2.
in for 2, passes the turn.
Just 7 more turns, and we'll be done.
Yeah, the unfortunate part about playing this aggressive with the control deck is now he has to always draw a
Yeah.
control card.
Now we're in the game of you need to have a counter spell for everything. But honestly,
6 cards.
not too terrible. Here's Demonic Tutor.
Look at the top 6.
Oh, we're thinking about this.
Another counter spell, perhaps.
Put him in the dirt, Gabriel. Come on. Get
He
him.
is
Ooh,
in
we're
fact
responding.
tapping mana.
Come on.
Looks
Get
like-
him.
looks like the
Flame
Flame
of
of
Lenore?
Lenore.
Flame of Lenore seems aggressive and not needed here. It's okay. I think you actually have to choose 2 modes on that. Hold on. I'm going to read Flame of Lenore while we resolve this Pillage to Bog.
Alright, looking at the top 6. Looks like there's a Fable the Mirror Breaker there. I can't imagine him grabbing anything else.
Let's see. What does Flame of Lenore do? You may choose 2 instead. Um,
If you control a wizard.
Yeah. I don't know if you can choose the same one twice. Interesting. I'll have to ask our judge when they get back. But we might be able to draw 4 there.
Alright, really tanking hero to grab off this pillage the bog.
I can't imagine it wouldn't be a land if we have an option, because we appear to just be missing lands. I see that hideous Bloodstained Mire. I can tell it from anywhere. Did not play grab a land. Okay, interesting. We are just hanging out. Judge, if Gabriel casts Land Venor with the wizard in play, can you choose draw 2 cards twice?
No.
Okay. Gabriel, the correct Magic player, I would have been DQ'd.
I think it says choose 1, choose 2 if you control a wizard. So you have
See
to
what I
choose
took?
2
Choose different ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, Land Venor actually a terrible Magic card.
Get out of
It looks like a Tidebinder was picked up for turn, or it's a counterspell. One of the two.
Gabe in down to 11 on Michael's side.
Gabriel actually playing Blue-Red Delver, and we did not know it this entire time.
Tap for 2, plays a Bitter Reunion.
Honestly, I think we let him have it at this point.
Knowing Gabe, this thing is getting counterspelled.
Gabe's been playing patiently this match. He's been
Gabe has countered every spell Mike
Yes.
has played.
this game.
Yes. Yeah, Michael has not taken any. Okay, there we go.
All right, something resolved.
Discards.
Discards an
draws
Archon,
2.
draws 2. Drew 2 lands. All right, I'm going to play Persist for the rest of the game, opponent. Are you okay with that? Plays a Dwarven line. Gets a Dwarf.
Picks the
The
dwarf.
Snapcaster Mage is now bad. Persist targeting Archon.
Yeah, this is getting counterspelled.
Has to be, right? Like, there's no way we didn't pause and then... God, I hope this is not... Okay, third counterspell.
We just almost had to swamp for it.
I saw that.
We were just fixing
Now we need to kill this dwarf to be able to keep attacking, though. Looks like we have a Fatal Push if we're willing to press this initiative here. I think we are. Very aggressive.
Yeah.
Also, again, clearing the way for creativity's bad in game.
Gabriel needing more follow-up, though. There's still quite a few cards in hand.
Okay, Explosive Radiation is a good card to be getting here. Exiles, Polluted Delta.
Looks like I picked up a second.
Yep. Probably Snapcaster in hand, I imagine.
God, that feels so bad being 1 mana. No, we have the mana, right?
Yeah, we do.
Did he grab the EI?
He grabbed the snap.
You got the Snapcaster Mage.
Looked like the EI.
Snapcast, EI is at the bottom of the library. Snapcaster Mage is a hand.
Okay, so now we are just... we were pretty high to win this at this point.
Yeah, we might. Gabe might pull it through here. Yeah, Snapcaster into a Spell Pierce.
It definitely depends on the sequencing here from Peditto. I would be leading on this
Oh no,
Fable.
I forgot about the Polluted Delta. Yeah, so
I would-
Snapcaster into a Counterspell.
I would be leading on this Fable instead of this Persist to try to bait out counter magic. Now we're about to get blown out.
There's no way Gabe lets
You
this
can't
resolve.
let this resolve, Gabe. Okay.
Okay.
Fetch. Correct sequencing, just in case you randomly get blown out by some weird graveyard effect. Turn to Earth is a magic card people play. Interesting to see.
Alright, so we're gonna hopefully not mistap here, which we just might have.
I really can hope he did not just...
Okay,
Okay,
there we go. Alright, so yeah.
Okay,
Taps
God
to
bless.
Snapcaster Mage,
Figured it out before we got too far.
2 blue, cast Counterspell.
I'm stressing. We're stressed. Cast counterspell. Please tap mana.
Alright.
We don't have another persist, do we? No, we have a bitter union.
Bitter Reunion, discard. That's a Terrastodon.
We've had Terrastodon this whole time.
Austin gave him shit for not boarding it in.
I see. Why'd we board it in versus control? Actually, going a step. Can we find a way to produce 5 extra damage here?
It's very possible.
Oh my god, there's a hall. Is that lethal?
Yes.
Alright, let's
Do
see.
we have
If,
the mana to...
let's see if Gabe sees the
Oh,
line
he's
here.
dead. No, he fetched. That man's dead. Let's go. Hall of the Storm Giants. Get him.
What a win for Gabe here.
Those all seem about right for those.
I'll take that creative. Oh, we are salting off.
We're complaining about the amount of interaction that happened this game.
We are salting off, boys. As someone who salts off regularly, hold that out. You'll be fine.
All right.
Oh, he's got us
Good
with.
job,
He's
Gabe.
hitting us with the "you would have died" next turn. Good games to Gabriel pulling it out. Michael, good games as well. Please, for the love of God, can I give you a Sharpie for that bloodstained mire?
Yeah, Michael's still coming in first place here. That was an interesting game to say the least.
Very,
That last
very
round was
interesting
very
games.
awesome. Anyways,
Thanks for watching today, guys. Please remember to absolutely smash that like button, hit the notification bell. We'll see you next time.
all right, y'all guys have a good one.